Children are always considered sacred. Young and impressionable minds ripe for direction and creativity, influence and inspiration, capable of no malice or cynicism before the reality of the world slowly dawns upon them or is impressed with force. Evermore, modern society caters to the young. Young celebrities, youth groups, youth branding, youth products, child protection laws, and the endlessly exploitable hysteria over the risk of non-child-friendly content.
Did you like that trendy hip-hop beat? I know you did.
Perfectly understandable, of course. A mother's love knows no bounds, and with it comes her own passions and prejudices. Humanity's affection and protectiveness towards the youngest of our species is hardwired by evolution. But, as with all things on Earth, children are just as easily exploitable resources, preying on these very factors for those ever-desirable clicks. YouTube's largest audience is undeniably children, no doubt allowed to roam the internet unchecked during their parents' attempts to snort bath salts through a straw. Testament to this is the large number of toy channels, churning out vacuous and pitiful content to attract the attention of preschoolers, seeking even the faintest trace of shock or taboo, and they do it very well. But in these videos, children themselves are very rarely present. Usually these records of debasement are performed by an adult or group of adults whose voices have yet to break.
The purple token turned into grapes.
As utterly atrocious as they are, their crimes only extend to their utter lack of dignity. Enter Rube.
There needs to be someone on YouTube who kind of exposes that they're not real, so that the kids know not to try it because it's not real. Like, imagine being a parent, going downstairs and seeing your kid at 3 AM doing some haunted ghost thing. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, kids will be influenced to try these things, and it's kind of not okay.
At 11 years old, Rube has millions of followers, and under ordinary circumstances that would be something to be celebrated. But something about her channel is a little too perfect, isn't it? The production value. The perfect takes, the editing, the graphics, the use of indistinct adult actors, and more importantly, the metadata. Her video tags are textbook, her titles latch on perfectly to every running trend she herself has not started, each and every aspect perfectly designed to ensnare new views in every way. Perhaps I'm being naive, I've only been broadcasting for months, but can an 11-year-old girl really bend the sight to her wishes far better in 2 years than thousands of adults over a decade? Somebody is clearly behind the curtain, directing her and uploading on her behalf, filling in the metadata and planning videos with a meticulousness that any preteen would surely tire of doing.
This is not just this little child making these videos. They got a cameraman who's probably one of the parents of her, and then they got somebody in a pizza store throwing pizza boxes. Maybe her parents asked the employee to do that or whatever. This is a well-produced project made by her parents in order to get YouTube
Begone,
money.
Soviets! I'm not suggesting she is not complicit or being made to perform these videos against her will. But if the only aim of her public personality is to generate clicks and views, surely then, it is exploitation. If she is being directed to present a very specific kind of content solely for monetary benefit, is her channel not as soulless as a stack of bank checks? She is far from alone. Contrast her to the recently resurrected Exility, who through his own and proxy channels continues to produce the type of simplistic runoff that appeals exactly to the kind of weak-minded fool that indulges in reality television.
Wrong.
Exility, however, has made the mistake of revealing his channel's cynicism, giving a cold glimpse behind the mask.
Clickbait you do, right? Like fisting Celestia Vega, right? So, I mean, you can get more creative than that, and you can do a thumbnail that everyone's gonna click, like something very, very like click incentivized, and that'll bring in new viewers. But the problem with that thumbnail is Celestia Vega, you know, she has 400k subs. It's not as big of an audience to grab from, and I mean, I don't know, that title doesn't seem very advertiser friendly.
Did you just say that Celestia Vega isn't clickable content?
She's not a big audience to go for. There's not as much of an audience to go for in that case than someone bigger, like another YouTuber, or in that case, because she doesn't have that big of an... She has an audience, right? Don't get me wrong. You're better off to not put her name even in the title. You probably would have been better off doing something like, let me put it in chat. This would have got more clicks amongst your fan base. Something like that.
My
like,
new
I mean,
girlfriend. Yeah, that's
like more
yeah,
broad.
but the thing is, my new girlfriend is misleading, and the audience I fall in. But she's not my girlfriend.
She's your girlfriend. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like you're fucking. It's not a good thing to do, of course, but it's a way that...
So would you say that you're in this just for the views?
Am I in it for just for the views?
Yes.
It makes you wonder if he works hard every night, if he does his research, working the figures, shamelessly preying on every trend to achieve optimum contact. Perhaps our thirst for child-friendly content has in fact resulted in the genesis of little child geniuses, all of them masters of self-prostitution. Be aware of these channels. The camera lens always hides the imperfect, the workings, the mechanics behind the tantalizing sight. Celebrities are expected to give off a specific image, young celebrities even more so. Remember that there is a real person behind this channel, and they may not be fully aware of what they're doing, or they know all too well. I single out Rube, however, as she's undoubtedly at the pinnacle of child self-exploitation, because she is quite literally the best case scenario. Her channel, while its genesis is cynical, is carefully curated, well managed, is clear of drama, except from commentary channels like mine of course, and she herself seems grounded and stable. She, it seems, is among the exceptions rather than following the rule. I single out Exility, for he and his ilk lead a growing group of callous child entrepreneurs, playing the market and the market is responding. More and more, YouTube is catering to its youngest demographic, apps and settings that turn the platform slowly and surely into the Disney Channel, and now the company is compromising thousands of channels to accommodate this new market. Advertiser-friendly content is becoming a laughable and fickle concept. Rather than curate the website and subject relevant channels to proper review, they instead use a sledgehammer to batter a problem that only exists in the minds of a gullible and unfiltered mass media. And child-friendly now means child-run. Children with the YouTube channels are a trend in themselves and they propagate their own success. They, unless something changes, are the future. Fame is not a natural phenomenon. There is no real comparison in the animal kingdom where thousands, millions of fellow beings are aware of you and your every exploit. It does indeterminable things to the mind knowing that so many follow you, are thinking about you, are obsessed with you. For the real victims could be the channel creators themselves. What usually happens when young and underdeveloped minds suddenly become famous under their own power, when they willfully expose themselves to the unyielding adoration of millions and become acclimatized to worship and recognition. What happens when children become exposed?
I feel bad for them.
I ain't freaking no